What is going on YouTube? This is Acid Roots. So I'm going to review the fourth album by American rapper and Odd Future rapper Tyler the Creator. Basically this product is called Cherry Bomb and it came out in the spring of 2015. So within the fair about it, Tyler the Creator was starting to capitalize on like his full bound type appeal within getting further and further into mainstream pitches like that within the fairs. Wolf did pretty solidly enough. Wolf, from what I remember those particular days, has some pretty grand appeal. I need to get around to listening to that particular product, but I do remember the cycle of when that particular album came out within the fair, but it had kind of brief promotion as far as those fairs going to happen. It's kind of within the pitch, and between that and then Odd Future kind of not seemingly dropping songs as like a collective in 2013, it just felt like they kind of dried up a bit. Now, within the fair, I remember back in those days, kind of the complaints that there were some questionnaire and kind of like gossip within those appeals, and back in at least 2014, 2015, Tyler the Creator and some of them said that Odd Future hadn't broken up. It was kind of pretty much, I'd say more or less by 2015, 2016, it was kind of the appeal of just realizing that there wasn't going to be an OF tape volume 3 and pitches like that. But there were a series of 2010s albums that a lot of those folks like all those folks, I think Casey Veggies was a part of Odd Future, but folks like that, and particularly Earl Sweatshirt, Haji Beats, some of these particular type folks within the aspect, Frank Ocean within certain type senses within the appeal kind of had that particular aspect as far as saying. Domo Genesis was another one, but it was kind of the appeal. A lot of these folks did word dropping around that particular time, 2013, 2015. It's kind of the appeal. Tyler the Creator was starting to stand. Tyler the Creator was starting to flesh out his stride, and within the pitch, this is a classic album in my opinion within these appeals, but it kind of feels in certain senses like a compilation. It's a traditional type fare for a number of reasons. This has the lo-fi on here, good pitches like that, but it's kind of the ordeal in terms of like songs when you think of like a hit song like Yonkers or something like that, or some of the type ones off the Odd Future tape volume 2, like P and some of those types of ones that just had a little bit more thunder within the aspect. This album kind of brings it back to more of like the Bastard days, kind of within the PO, like some hotel and kind of lobby float around pitches like that. It kind of goes with, there is some thunder on here, there's some new shades of some stuff as far as like particular DJ drama and dedication type days type fare within pitches like that, a little bit of mixtape flair, throwback to like the 2000s. But Tyler the Creator has kind of calmed down a bit on this particular album. It's kind of pitch. There is a little bit of trap on here in certain senses. You do catch the occasional kind of trap turn up, but it's kind of the pitch as far as saying it's just amalgamated. That kind of fleshes out the album type format of not being pigeonholed to this strictly like songs, like how Tyler the Creator was kind of more of a controversial type rapper with Goblin and Bastard and some of those type ones. I mean, he's still very much as sporadic within the pitches, these aspects of this, the randomness that kind of goes along with it. Lots of here and there type aspects within the tone, not say like that, but just the pitch is just like confetti like type topics within pitches like that as far as those ordeals can happen. But within the pitch as far as talking about it, I do feel like the appeal behind this particular product within the aspect is pretty high on here, just the pitch. Now it's just kind of the fair that the particular aspect, I was surprised by the choice in like Death Camp. I'm today years old having listened to Cherry Bomb within some of these type pitches. I do remember the product about it, but I was kind of, the approach to a lot of these Tyler the Creator albums was me kind of thinking within the aspect of thinking that it was going to have like the same, like for the most part Tyler kind of approaches his albums in like a different type format, and I think that was kind of the fair of just questioning how the appeal was going to be if he was going to have like these hit buzz type singles. It's just kind of more in the internet type lore. You have to kind of just fucking with Tyler the Creator is kind of like trying to find like memes on like Know Your Meme and pitches like that. It is kind of the commonplace of how the hit song's going to happen. It just goes differently. Like you're not going to get a Yonkers every single time. Death Camp is a completely different one. It's the same thing with like the only single off of Wolf, some of those type of appeals. It just has differential type approaches, but it's just kind of pitch. That's just kind of the format, just kind of more curveball type things. But look after it, but no, this is a classic here, pitch like that. I do like Death Camp. Recommend all 13 songs of this album, so 10 out of 10. No Frank Ocean on here, and really no other member of like particularly Odd Future. It's kind of strange with an aspect that not even Haji Beats, none of these type folks that make even a single appearance with pitches like that. Death Camp is a nice one. It's like a grand lounge and cut loose, fun to kind of get here. Just Max Payne and Nachos type night pitches like that. I'd say has some grape sodas busted out pitches like that. Just get hella cranked within the aspect of it. So it kind of feels like within the fair, not to say it's full bound where you're going to get completely tore up and shit faced, but it's a good product. It just having like some collective kind of just hangout type fair pitches like that within the product. Having a round of pals around pitches like that. Some sort of Xbox night or Mountain Dew night pitches like that. Have hella Doritos going, just pitch some of those type fairs if y'all are just underneath the aspect of wanting to beat those last few stages in Max Payne or some of those type games within pitches like that, some sort of particular like game within the product, just getting towards the round of it, just having a few having a serious extra hours or just going through a few movie cycles, pitches like that within Sunset Tones, but just kind of the noise behind it feels like some crunkness. Now within the fair, I do think at some certain stage, Tyler the Creator probably did have like some smoke and drink type fare. It seems like nowadays he's kind of less than that within these extents, but I think kind of within these traditional type stages, it felt like he was kind of the way Lil Yachty kind of is, where he kind of gives off more social smoker type vibes. I think within the product, if it's there, it's probably within the product, but it's not like the first thing that's going to be brought up within some of the pitch. So it's just kind of product, just focusing on Max Payne, focusing on the fact that these nachos taste hella good, the recipe for them, so those type pitches within the product, just kind of pitch, but you just look after it. So it's just good type fare. This particular song, I noticed this, and I think Wikipedia noticed this as well, as far as saying it reminds of like Pharrell's band Nerd, as far as those supposed to have. So it's just pitches like that. Some of those type fares, Pharrell had an offshoot type band. For folks who don't, it's full bound no, but it's kind of the pitch as far as saying it's called Nerd within those aspects, but excellent type appeal, good type product for that. It's a differential type style for Tyler the Creator as far as Death Camp kind of goes, but good type pitch to just get Thursday, Friday kind of festivities going. Fucking Young / Perfect is the second single. It's like a throwback to like the Goblin kind of She days as far as those first can happen. Just needed Frank Ocean as far as those first can go. It has Charlie Wilson on here instead, but good pitches like that. It's just like some days kind of float along. So it's just kind of within the pitch. It's kind of Stranger. This is kind of a neighborhood romp and snack run type song within pitch like that in a more R&B flavored type sense. It's just good type pitch for some of that particular just pop rap type appeal, and just like a more of like a wine night more so than a beer night as far as those first games. Excellent type pitch just within the product as far as those first games, but just good type pitch kind of surf around the neighborhood. Pink Skies just pitch like that, just feeling embalmed and right as far as those first can have them. Good excellent pitch. But yeah, recommend all 13 songs off this product. It felt really this particular album was good within these pitches, but it was just kind of the format as far as saying it felt like Tyler the Creator started to catch on within a real kind of commercial headway where everything and where all of his albums were kind of like a voluminous type thing within pitches like that. That kind of started to happen more in like the mainstream type of appeal, where he was kind of more in Kendrick and J. Cole type territory, probably by Flower Boy in 2017, pitches like that, particularly between Flower Boy and Igor, some of those type ones where he was starting to hit number one on like the Billboard 200 pitches like that. It was late 2010s within the appeal. It's kind of one of those last type ones where he was kind of still more in just not so much full bound underground type territory, but just kind of more here and there type appeal. So this album, it's not like it. I do feel like this album's a classic, but it's kind of the appeal as far as saying in terms of like a commercial type staple that might have been caught on the radio, or just has like the traditional kind of Spotify kind of dynamite that a lot of these kind of have. I feel like this is more or less like a streaming kind of highlight within the pitch, but it kind of felt like a little bit before Spotify's full bound kind of complete primary run. It's just a few, seemingly a little bit more. It was right around the time when it happened. Was this kind of pitch just felt like a more or less kind of few hairs kind of early bird. But this album did connect, does have plenty of appeal, so just good staple, 2010 staple pitches like that. But there's plenty of these on here. So yeah, the appeal behind this product is just the fact that Tyler the Creator kind of rapping like he does on Death Camp, and particularly Buffalo, some of these type ones. There's just different type of approach to some of these type ones. There's a few songs on here that he's not on as full bound, or just it doesn't have like the traditional where he kind of gets rowdy and tear up with them pitches like that. There's some songs like Cherry Bomb, Find Your Wings, Blow My Load, some of these type ones that just have differential type approach. The hype kind of Tyler the Creator is not on here as full bound with them pitches like that. This is what I was talking about, where it's just kind of goes for different type approaches. It definitely has some good type appeal, but in kind of the pitch, if you are looking for Yonkers type Tyler and him on Odd Future Tape Volume 2, where he had some show stealing type verses pitch like that. There is trap on here, but it's just in different type approaches. Like Keep the O's is one of these type ones, but the vocals are kind of different. It's just not the usual kind of Tyler Thunder within pitches like that. Ocaga, California is kind of within pitch, just like some Makeshift kind of glaze. Just Pink Skies kind of No Doubt type style pitches like that. So it's just kind of unfair, but it's just kind of pitch. And then like another one, the Brown Stains of Darkness, Latifah Part 6 through 12 remix is kind of within pitch to that. That particular one's kind of a cypher song, but it is excellent type pitch. Just kind of the format, that just the aspect that it just kind of feels like Tyler the Creator is just more juggling this time, just has more distractions about it within these pitches, but it's just kind of formatted. Just, if you're looking for like 2 or 3 or 4 more moments like Death Camp within that sort of just bound kind of crazy type energy, it's not as full bound, but I would say Smuckers is nice. It says Kanye West and Lil Wayne on here, good type pitches, like a dope throwback to 2000s kind of DJ drama days. Feels like this particular song feels like a dedication offshoot, I'd say here, just some lyric slams as far as these first have. So this just feels ripped out of 2006, pretty much as if Tyler the Creator would have been around in 2006, 2007. He more or less was kind of getting towards the product of it, but just within the pitch, just some of those type fairs within the product of this DJ drama, traditional kind of gangster girls days pitches like that. Traditional kind of DJ drama, gangster girls days pitches like that. I'd have to say good type fair. Ocaga, California is a nice one. It's like a lazy, clean surf through later day malaise. I'd say about this particular fair about it, but pleased within the tone as far as these fairs going to go. So it's just kind of the pitch, just the slag of like a usual type day, but just more in a prompt type format, just not quite as in a horror type mode, just kind of just balmy pitches like that, just kind of some pink skies kind of embalmed, just pick up swishes within these fairs, just kind of work a day within pitch. This is a more traditional type one, some of those type fits. These are the sort of songs that Tyler the Creator was starting to kind of get towards within pitches, just crossing over, getting past like the underground kind of more odd future days pitches like that. Kind of had the appeal behind it. This does have some daisy kind of moments on here within pitches like that, which is a good type of appeal. Just amidst like the fair of just like more, I would look at these songs kind of within the tone of like the aspect of just having like a zigzag or two or three in your system, pitches like that, but it also just has the appeal of just like that particular fair, just the relief and just like the coziness factor, just a slow creep, 15, 20 miles an hour type pitches within the aspect as far as just the tone of just surfing around, just appreciating like the wind in your hair, pitches like that. Some of the type ordeals, just a commonplace, just kind of this mellowness, pitches like that, just a good embalm and just smarminess, I'd say within a cozy type aspect, good type fair. But two-seater is nice on here. This reminds like the Goblin and Odd Future Tape Volume 2 days, I'd say. Just a graceful kind of city lights to get. Kind of feeling showy about this one. Pitches like that. Just kind of star-studdedness. This is like a song like Ocaga, California, but it's more missed the pitch of this. Probably more in a Vegas or Miami type format or Reno type format. Reno, Vegas. Reno, Nevada type format, some of those type pitches where it just kind of has the aspect of this wanting to get some turn up, but just kind of within the more flamboyant kind of Kanye West and Pharrell type aspects, pitches like that. I'd say it's good for like some date night, some of those type of appeals. So it's kind of a city type song within some of those type aspects, definitely appeal. You could probably go ahead and throw New York and Broadway in there within some of those type pitches, with the aspect of it, just kind of just a Cameron like gallivant within some of those type aspects, just kind of amidst like some city surf, just vehicle wise pitches like that. Keep the O's is nice on here that says Pharrell Williams and Coco O as far as these fairs going to go. The song Keep the O's is like a shrill and shriekish kind of trap house hangout noise kind of get. This reminds like the Goblin days, I'd say pitches like that. Some of the type ordeals within a throwback type fair. More reminds like the Goblin days, songs like Sandwiches and Yonkers, some of those type pitches within it. Definitely more fiery, some of those type aspects. It's kind of halfway trap, halfway kind of lo-fi type trap pitches like that. Good type ordeals. It's kind of some Funyuns to have nearby pitches like that within some type ordeals. This is the product of it. Continuing like some mixtape type heat from like the early mid 2010s pitches like that, kind of fleshing that out into 2015 some type fairs. So just a refreshing type bite about it as far as those fairs going to happen. Excellent type pitches. Run is nice on here as well. It's like a leery kind of early 2010s trap night glare to get. Just get some smokage going. I would definitely say great Taco Bell run. Some type products is traditional, ripped out of 2010, 2011, 2012 pitches like that. Just getting turned, some of those type aspects. So some of these type ones, just good familiar type flavors. Within the pitch as far as saying, this is kind of a different vein. Some of these type formats, these just kind of take it more in like the Dat Piff type era pitches like that. That's just a good aspect to kind of get for like the turn up type fashion. But it's just kind of the fair, some grandiose kind of homies post up pitches like that. So yeah, just basic vintage kind of mixtape type days, certified mixtape selling type places. Dat Piff definitely within pitches like that. Good type ordeals. Great Taco Bell runs, like I was saying, excellent type fair, just traditional type product of that. I don't know if I talked about Buffalo. I'm going to talk about this one. If I did, if I have talked about this, I'll just snip this part. But Buffalo is nice on here. It's like a good glare kind of city traffic to get. Just some NY kind of, it's like some good NY kind of weaving and like a lo-fi kind of mixtape flavor, I'd say here. Just pick up Quiznos. This definitely a good song to toke to. It just feels like a city-bound type one within the pitch of just how that would kind of work with like a fit of like an odd feature type flavor. So this is a good type pitch for getting towards that. Appreciating like the taxis and the car alarm horns, pitches like that, some type of ordeals, just the city traffic and noise, just feeling like pedestrian type very good pitches like that. It's excellent within the fair. Great kind of hot dog stand and Subway and Quiznos type fair, excellent pitches, some of those type products within it. The Brown Stains, a Dark East Latifah Part 6 through 12 remix is nice on here as well. This has Schoolboy Q, who's on here a couple of times. Schoolboy Q is also on the song Run with some of these type pitches, which Run is a good fit for Schoolboy Q on there. And then Chaz Bundick is also on that song as well, so it's good pitches like that. There are some guests on here that I don't know about as full bound, like some of these type folks don't know as full bound about Sid Bennett. Actually, Sid Bennett is a female as far as these fairs can have as a shout out. She was a part, I guess there were some Odd Future members that says that she was part of Odd Future. Alice Smith, Leon Ware, Clem Creevy, some of these type folks. Kali Uchis, I've heard that name. I think the Needle Drop has reviewed this particular starlet within the past, as far as those first going to happen. And Wanya Morris, Dan Funk, some of these type folks, Camille Kirk. But I look after it as far as getting towards the Brown Stains, the Dark Keys, Latifah Part 6 through 12 remix, like a 2010s mixtape era cipher, like Head Trips kind of get here. So this is one of these type ones. It's in traditional kind of lyrical venom, pictures like that. Some of these type airs is good to kind of have, like particularly Schoolboy Q on here as well within some of these type formats. Makes me question where the original type 1 was. I don't know if the original Brown Stains, the Dark Keys, Latifah Part 5, 1 through 5 was on like Wolf or something like that. I really question where that originated. It's just kind of within the fair. This is random that they just had the part 6 through 12 not be with the additional type formats. So it's kind of pitched as far as saying it's this good type product to get some of these. It's great factor getting tore up some of those type products, just like some smokish type air. So just to miss the pitch, like building type weaving, goes along pretty well with like songs like Run and Buffalo, some of these type pitches. I do like the particular kind of disc After Hours. These products a little bit more. These particular songs have more popular kind of city fare, more so in full bound residential, but it's good accent type pitch. Get some of these type products that just kind of in between like the aspects of like some good demon tone kind of building post up pitches like that, say within those ordeals. I'm trying to think of other songs I haven't talked about on here within pitches like that. I think maybe one of the last ones I haven't talked about on here is Pilot. Pilot's like a rattled kind of house party lounge darkness to get. This goes with Death Camp pretty well, just a little bit more swamped, but it has some tear up kind of going. It's some wild hours I'd say about some of these type fairs, so definitely within the pitch. I mean, I think it's within the same variety as some of these type nights, PlayStation nights, movie nights, football nights, some of these type appeals with it, but it's just an overall hot type one to kind of get. So this is the fare of needing to sit down a bit, just noticing the product, some of that smoke type fare, having some dizzying typeness, just appreciate like in the streaming era type delight, just in the streaming era type delight pitches like that. So Pilot is just some good bangers pitches like that. I'd say good product. Cherry Bomb, the title track is nice as well. It's like a great zone out and get hype kind of. Cherry Bomb, the title track's like a great zone out and get hype as far as these fairs going to have them. Just classic streaming era delight as far as these fairs going to go. Just past the spliffage, I would definitely say within the same type fairs. So just miss the pitch like the traditional type product. Yeah, good series of these. Run, Cherry Bomb, Keep the O's, Smuckers, Death Camp, some of these type pitches. Pilot, definitely within some of these type products just have the excellent type appeal. So it's kind of the pitch. Now, the thing I was saying within the products of it, there are some tear-up type ones on here within pitches like that, in terms of more or less some of these type songs like Cherry Bomb, and particularly Death Camp is more of a punk rock type song, punk rap. Death Camp is more of a punk rap type song. Cherry Bomb doesn't really have Tyler the Creator's full bound vocals on there as much. I mean, he's on there, but not within the same kind of typical kind of song format type Fury pitches like that. Buffalo's more of like a city type song, so it's this kind of pitch. Keep Those kind of has differential type vocals on there, so this kind of pitch. And just try some new approaches. Definitely pretty blistering within the ordeal. Was just something just within the aspect, just like just has some new spices this time. Pitches like that was kind of the ordeal. But I look after this one other song I don't think I talked about on here, which is Blow My Load. As far as these first gonna have them, this like a dope throwback kind of 2000s DJ drama mixtape fare with like 2010s kind of lo-fi mixed in pitches like that. Just some fine dine kind of night pitches like fare. Just good nice one to bask with the Bay and Bellas as far as these pitches gonna happen. Some of these type ones, Blow My Load definitely goes along with songs like Fucking Young / Perfect, and probably a song like Two Seater as well. Some of these type pitches, just a good taste of like debonair within like the aspect of this. Kind of getting into like a cozier kind of Sunday or Monday type fit. Some of those type fairs are just slippers type music and an easy kind of retire bleed as far as those fairs happens. It's excellent within the pitch of the. It was excellent within the pitch of it, good type products. And there actually might be one more song I haven't talked about. I don't think I talked about Find Your Wings, which is another one that's kind of within the aspect of Blow My Load, some of these type pitches. This is one that Tyler the Creator's not as full bound on. But Find Your Wings, like a great lobby and debonair kind of embellished to get here. This reminds like the Bastard days, that I'd say, to some of that more hotel kind of fit pitch like that. It's kind of some busy kind of grogginess within aspects as far as what's supposed to happen. So just within the pitch, probably the grog type factor, just a productive kind of afternoon or things like that, or brunch morning, some of those type of aspects just within the tone, having some stuff to do. But it's this kind of pitch of this kind of within fancier kind of more gracing type places within the pitch. And just appreciating the product, just throwing a few responsible fits in there as far as those formats going to happen, just kind of in between weaving. But yeah, it definitely takes back to Bastard from 2009. A little bit of like the more Frank Ocean type songs off of Goblin Zones type pitches, some of those type fairs, so excellent type pitch. Yeah, I look after here. I think I covered all these songs within it. I think I covered these songs within these pitches. That's the format behind it. So 10 out of 10 album, definitely pitches like that. The Social Squad, I'd probably say, it might be more of like a 9.75. I mean, the energy is definitely on here. It is Tyler the Creator. He's pretty spastic like he normally is, pitches like that. But it's just kind of the tone that how the representation and how that's kind of shown between like the singles not as full bound catching on, and then just kind of the sporadicness, like the approach of just getting like a traditional type song format where the songs that Tyler the Creator is kind of more normal on are more of like the floaty kind of embellished type songs, and more of like Hotel and Steam kind of fits pitches like that, just more R&B and debonair type flavored. I mean, the turn up songs, there is some trap songs on here pitches like that, but they kind of have like a differential type spice of this. The approach behind those just kind of throwing some new differential type things in there, so it's kind of the format as far as what's supposed to happen. You do get some 2000s kind of DJ drama mixtape type fare kind of throwing in pitches like that, but it's this kind of ordeal that it just wasn't in as much of a mood to be hyper this time and more ravenous. So it's this kind of pitch, but it's not as if that's horrid, but it's this kind of pitch about it. Look after here, good blisteriness as far as this first game. So yeah, 9.75 social, but I look after it. So in terms of future, like Tyler the Creator re-released like his 2024 album Chromacopia, and then also in the summer of 2025 he dropped like a 2025 album, I forget what it's called, but pitches like that. Sign is reviewed at some of those type fairs. You're eventually going to see that within those tones, but this is kind of the pitch as far as saying excellent type products. So Tyler the Creator's been keeping up. He did drop, Chromacopia also in late 2024, pitches like that. So he has plenty of these type ones. He's a mainstream kind of household name, pretty close to like Kendrick, J. Cole, and Drake. When he drops, it's usually kind of a headway, kind of front page type ordeal. So pitches like that with some of these type ones. But this is a classic, kind of underrated nowadays. Doesn't get as much commonplace. Seems like some folks don't like. Seems like this is kind of a more underrepresented type album from him within the fairs behind, but it is pretty damn good within these pitches. Does have some good approaches.